Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 41 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and today we're going to be exploring another abandoned farmhouse out here in the middle of the desert. I like to call this house Peaceful House. Let's get into it. I really liked this house and thought it was unique right off the bat just because of the way the top window up there was angled. I've never seen anything like that out at any of these farmhouses, and I just thought that was so cool, the way it looked. So we're going to start this out down here in the living room downstairs, and right away I have to just marvel at how sturdy and well built this house is. You can definitely tell they use the best materials that you can get at the time to make this house, because in spite of the fact that it's been abandoned and how harsh the elements are out here, this house is still really sturdy. I just think that's awesome that they built them so good back in the day like this with that board build. This was such a cool living room back in the day when it was first built. That awesome window right there. As usual, the windows in these farmhouses are awesome, and this house definitely did not disappoint in the least. It's interesting being in a room where a lot of that fabric is still on the wall, and you get just a glimpse of what it possibly could have looked like back in the day. I bet you this was an awesome house. Just enjoy how unique this house is too. As with most of the other farmhouses, this layout's completely original. We're entering the kitchen, and here I could tell because I could see the water pipes there. Bet you this was a pretty cool kitchen back in the day. Their sinks and countertops and all their cupboards right here. And since this house was built with boards, as you can see, the cupboards aren't ripping the walls down because those boards are strong. And this house is going to be up and sturdy for a while because of it. This is another one of those cool little rooms. I'm not sure what you call them. Maybe a little hobby room or something. I found one similar in an episode I did a while back called Tiny House. And there was something really similar to this. I just always thought those little hobby rooms were really cool. As usual, just excellent window placement in every room in this house. They really had to make sure they could take advantage of that sunlight back in these times. Bet you this was such a cool kitchen back in the day. You got a big bird's nest or something up there. I didn't see any this time, but I sure did hear them while I was walking around in here. Now we're stepping outside on the porch, and I always get excited when I see a porch that's still at least halfway intact, because I've always wondered what a lot of the porches have looked like on a lot of these old farmhouses, but I've only gotten to them after the porches have fallen down. So I really like that this one's still in pretty good condition. But they had a couple rocking chairs out here, and they just sat outside and on the porch here and enjoyed the view. And now we're entering the bathroom. And as usual with all the bathrooms in these farmhouses, this bathroom's just in horrible shape. You notice the old hot water heater here, which is pretty cool. The bathtub. The bathrooms are always the most wrecked places in these houses. For whatever reason, I've almost never walked into a bathroom that's in good shape. Only a couple episodes for that. But at least we got a tub this time instead of just a toilet. So that's different. Just love how strong and sturdy this house is. They did such a good job building it. They were so meticulous. Now here we go, heading up the stairs to check the upstairs out. And yeah, these stairs are pretty sturdy. I wasn't very worried at all when I was walking up them, because like I said, this house is pretty solid. Here we go, upstairs. I also enjoy that the fireplace is still intact in this house too. It's nice to see what a fireplace looked like back in the day. Another awesome window that doesn't disappoint at all. And a pretty decent sized room. I love how unique it can be upstairs. Kind of like with the downstairs. I never really know what I'm going to walk into when I come upstairs to these houses, because the layouts are always just a little bit different. This room had a pretty nice closet. as well. Like right here, I think this is so cool how the stairs come up here like that, and then you got the fireplace right there, and then you just got this awesome area here. And I'm not sure, like I said, what these areas are called. It's not a bedroom, but it's like a space. And here we got this house's trinkets. I also have questions about this door and why it's here. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is a door. Or there was a door there at one time for some reason. Maybe there was an upstairs porch back in the day. I don't know. Still a mystery to me, because I've seen quite a few upstairs doors like that out at these farmhouses, and makes me think that they had a lot of upstairs porches at quite a few of these houses that have fallen down a long time ago, maybe. Again, they didn't disappoint with that window in this room either. These were just nice, basic, solid, sturdy rooms, and I really like that about this house. I was just able to not only record this house in peace, but even walking up to this house was peaceful. I only saw a couple cars and the people were friendly, and it was just a really good vibe getting here today. That's why I named this house Peaceful House, because I just felt so much peace all around this area. This house definitely aced it with the bedroom closets, I must say. These are probably the best closets of any house I've ever seen since I've been coming out to these old abandoned houses. And here we are downstairs in the basement. All things considering, it's still in pretty good condition down here. As you can see, a lot of soot and dirt have been washing down here over the years. But everything's nice and solid, and it's not a bad basement. The only thing it's really missing is a concrete floor, and it's good to go, at least in that part of it. Over here, it's a little more sketchy, if you ask me. This definitely isn't up to code. That's for sure. Nonetheless, though, it's in pretty dang good condition considering the situation that it's in. I rarely run into basements that look this good. Gotta be honest. like that door too. That was a pretty unique door. It's probably my favorite thing about down here was that door. And the fact that those posts are just right there in the dirt like that, and there's just no way that can be good long term. But for now, it's still holding up just fine as far as I can tell. Here we are heading back up the stairs into the kitchen. Look at those awesome windows one more time. I really like the look of the old doors laying on the floor too. They always look so cool when they're laying there on the ground like that. But wow, that must have been a view. Stay tuned to the end of this episode for some more videos and commentary of this awesome house. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to some more video and commentary of this awesome farmhouse. I came back in here and shot a little bit more because I wanted to capture the condition of the ceiling in this house in particular, because you can notice how a lot of those boards have gotten wet and fallen off because there are no cedar shakes up on the roof anymore. It's just the skip sheeting now, so unfortunately everything's starting to leak through, which is something that happens at these houses. Something else I wanted to talk about is just how awesome it is out here in this area, because we're up so high on this plateau. The elevation is so high, it almost gives the optical illusion that you're like really close to the sky out here. So it just makes everything look awesome. The clouds literally feel like they're right there. Like I feel like I'm almost to the sky up here. It's a really awesome feeling, and it feels so majestic and good and just right. I bet you they loved living out here back in the day and enjoying this awesome scenery. In spite of the elements, I know the elements are harsh because I felt like my fingers were going to freeze off the whole time that I was shooting this video here. But it's just so beautiful out here. I think that's why they came out here. It was just worth it. The beauty was worth the hardship. And isn't that the story of life a lot of times, isn't it? It's just such an awesome, special place. I'm so grateful I was able to come out here and capture this house. Such a beautiful, old, abandoned farmhouse. Well, that's it for episode 41. Peaceful House. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.